Once again, we find ourselves in the presence of greatness, Filmland spirits. This bottle here, Quadraforce, we're about to get into it. From what I've read, it's one hell of a blend process they went through, and we're gonna get into it as much as it's gonna get into us. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go!
Mr.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Yeah, learn to love so free. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan. Across the barrels from me is Mr. W2. How do you do?
I'm doing pretty fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
I am so super stoked and excited, not only to get into this bottle finally, but the manner in which this bottle got into us.
Yeah. This came to
like
us.
That.
Right. It works. I get what you're saying. You get what he's saying, right? Yeah, definitely. If you do get what he's saying, hit subscribe and hit that bell notification to follow along on all things Savor the Burn. And if not, you could always hit subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay up to date on all things Savor the Burn.
Yeah.
By golly. Yeah. So this one, as you were saying, you alluded to, this one came to us through
the interwebs.
Through the interwebs. Yeah. Sorry, I blanked out there. I get sucked into these labels, these Filmland labels.
I mean, they're so
cool with the 50s and 60s iconography here on the labels.
And this specific offering actually has 4 unique labels. Same juice,
right?
4 different labels.
That's right. Yeah.
But this is the Quadraforce. So, shall we get into this?
We haven't gotten into the Quadraforce. And like you said, this has 4 different blends. Well, you said it's got 4 different labels. We haven't gotten into that yet. But pre-recording, little inside baseball, we were talking about the 4 different blends that went into this one bottle.
Yeah.
To make a super blend.
And as we would expect, the bottle falls right in line with the other ones. We've got natural cork that's evident at the top. We've got the black and gold neckband and tape on there. You've got all the embossing and the film canister, and the top wood on there has the inlays, so it looks like a film reel. I just love the packaging on this. I mean,
I don't know how you couldn't.
It's so super cool.
Oh, you know what? I said 50s and 60s. This is talking about April 1944.
Oh, there you go.
Silly me.
Well, I'm going to get into this because there's a lot to read and unpack on this one.
Yep.
And if you want to pour on up, feel free. Get it cracked open, let it air out a little bit. This is the Filmland Spirits Quadraforce. Behold the blend of 4. 4-grain blended straight bourbon whiskey. Limited edition featuring Mysteron.
Mysteron.
So this is a bourbon. This is produced here in the U.S. because guess what? It has to be a bourbon.
That's right. Pause for bottle pop.
Yes, sir. Nice.
There we go. Felt like the cork was getting kind of...
That was tight.
Yeah, it's kind of loosey-goosey.
Okay.
So don't let me get too overzealous with it.
So this one is, and words are important on this. This one is produced in Kentucky. However, it was distilled in Kentucky, California, Tennessee, and a mystery. So this is a 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey, but it is blended because it's the Quadraforce. It is blended with 4 different mash bills, 4 different straight bourbons from 4 different parts of the country. Kentucky, California, Tennessee, and the 4th one is a mystery.
It's a goddamn mystery.
If I were a betting man, I might say Indiana.
Indiana? Maybe.
Just a hunch.
There are distilleries everywhere.
Yeah. So mash bill 1, first off, before the mash bill, this comes in at 94 proof. So
Okay. Solid proof.
That's a solid proof
for sure.
Mash bill 1 is 78% corn, 12% rye, 10% malted barley. Mash bill 2 is 70% corn, 25% wheat, 5% malted barley.
It does smell like it's got wheat in there.
Mash bill 3, 80% corn, 10% rye, 10% malted barley. And mash bill 4, a mash of mystery. That's right off of their website. So the award-winning Filmland Spirits blending team creates Quadraforce by combining 4 different bourbons originally distilled in 4 different states. The result is a 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey aged at least 4 years in new charred American white oak barrels. The singular bourbon is then poured into bottles wrapped with 4 different labels, each featuring one of the 4 Quadraforce heroes. Behold the blend of 4. It's April 1944, and in a parallel universe, World War II rages across America. Just as all hope seems lost, 4 ordinary folks are caught in the fallout of an atomic test gone wrong. While enemy bombs falling and the world on the brink of destruction, can these 4 individuals blend together and form a fearsome foursome, or will the powers of evil prevail?
Boo!
All right. You know what I like about this is with this being a 4-grain, there's a representation of all the 4 grains there.
Yeah.
But reading through the 3 mash bills that we know of, they're all super, super heavy corn. Way higher than that 51% minimum. But one of those mash bills has a 25% wheat, and I think that wheat comes through.
I think it does.
On the nose.
I think it brings like a vanilla custard straight to the nose. And I also noticed like the first sniff I got off of it, I thought pear.
Pear?
Yeah.
That's not something you pick up on all that often.
Yeah. So like I learned back in the first time we did the Advent calendar thing, if it smelled like rainwater, it said pear in the notes. So
all right.
So when I got my first smell,
and by the way,
there you go. It's a little short.
You're getting pretty good.
Yeah. So. Can't be perfect every time. I don't think mine's perfect.
I'm getting honey.
No, certainly not. Mine's like way shorter than
I'm getting honey.
Honey?
Honey, vanilla, some custard, maybe some vanilla ice cream. Just a hint of oak and char. Not a lot, though.
I didn't really notice a whole lot of oak in here.
Maybe a little bit of orange marmalade.
Yeah, I could see that. You said light oak and char.
Very light. It's got some great legs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Legs for days. Hey, girl, how you doing? Viscous. Let's get on the palate.
Do this. There's that custardy, creamy wheat.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. There's a nice little surprise rye bite on the tail.
There's a little bit of malted rye back here in the finish. Oh, and what is that? Barley.
Yep.
On the late finish.
A little bit of nutmeg, maybe. I'm not quite committed to cinnamon, but I think there's some nutmeg there.
Are you talking about on the palate?
Yep. Maybe some clove. Medium long finish. Got a little bit of a warmness right up here. No scald at all.
Right. When it comes to the scald, to that burn, that takes over your palate sometimes, this one doesn't have it. And that's indicative, I think, of people that know what they're doing. And either it's distilling or blending or maturation, all the things. They really know what they're doing. Because you can get a lower proof bottle, bourbon, whatever, from just about anybody. Maybe even your big distillery companies, and it won't hit like this, and it'll hit harder than this on the palate as far as that burn, that bite. At 80 proof, it'll hit harder than this will at 94. Do you think that vanilla's still hanging out?
I do.
On the palate?
Yep.
I really do too. And so is the orange marmalade. It's really wild to think that we can pick up all these different flavors from whiskey now. Mm-hmm. Like I remember early on, I was when we were audio only, I'd have the microphone here and I'd have the notes over here because we used to print off the agendas. I'd look at the notes and I'd look at my glass and notes and glass and notes and glass and think, how in the hell did they get that?
Yeah.
So nowadays that led me to just go ahead and just jot down what it is that we pick up, because our palates aren't their palates, and his palate's not my palate, your palate's not our palate. So it's really fun to pick up on the things that we actually find.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of what's that I want to say cardamom.
Oh yeah.
Cardamom, like late finish.
I would agree with that. I might also say
I'm not sure how to spell that. If you know how to spell it, leave it in the comments.
Probably look over there because I do have a cardamom. Yep, there it is. Cardamom. Mom.
Cardamom. I thought it ended with an N. It ends with a. Oh, I still misspelled it. Not card.
Now that you said it over here.
Yeah.
If you haven't discovered Fee Brothers yet, please check it out. They have a bazillion and one different flavors, and honestly, they all are very unique and have their own strengths that really help take your cocktail to the next level.
Yeah, we've got 9 sitting right over here.
Okay,
that's almost like maybe not root beer, but more sarsaparilla. Mm-hmm. For all you fans of the dude. Mm-hmm.
So the tasting notes I have on this say appearance is golden amber.
Yeah.
The nose says buttered corn muffin drizzled with honey. You
said honey.
I did say honey.
Yeah.
Buttered corn muffin. I mean,
I could really go for a buttered corn muffin right now. Like I'm a slut for cornbread.
I could
you put honey on it. Woo, doggy. There goes my pants.
I could definitely deconstruct down to a corn muffin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But a buttered corn muffin? Is there butter?
I don't know. Does it smell buttery to you? It doesn't smell buttery.
I don't know. Palette says vanilla cream cookies, orange zest, and cinnamon.
All right. So I said orange zest. You said orange marmalade. I put them both on there. Mm-hmm. You said vanilla cream.
I said vanilla cream.
Well, I said vanilla ice cream.
The notes say vanilla cream cookies.
Okay. I don't know about cookies. What's a cream cookie?
It's those little sandwich cookies. They come in chocolate, or the yellow ones, or the vanilla ones. Vanilla cream cookies.
Huh. Okay. All right.
And then the finish is toasted almond and rye spices. Yes to the rye spice. Which, for me, came in late palate into the finish.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I thought it was more malted rye, but they're saying it's toasted rye?
No, toasted almonds.
Toasted almonds.
And then rye spice.
Huh, okay. I don't think I picked up on the almond. Did you?
I was getting some kind of a nuttiness. I don't know if I distinctly got almond.
And that was finish, right?
That was finish.
Okay. Huh. All right. So you picked up on something nutty? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about palate? Go back to that.
Palate says vanilla cream cookies, orange zest, and cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
I did not get the cinnamon, but I got some nutmeg and
You said, that's right, you didn't say cinnamon. You said, you said cinnamon, but you were like, I don't know if it's cinnamon exactly. Something to that effect. I think that's a pretty damn tasty pour.
It is.
It's super interesting. It's got a lot going on with it, and I don't have a problem at all with that one. Good job, guys. Filmland Spirits, Quadraforce. You've done something quite well with this here bottle. I'll take a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Laura's email said, and by the way, that Town at the End of Tomorrow is no longer available. It is sold out, so enjoy that bottle. And I was like, I mean, it makes sense, but I was like, aw.
And mouthfeel on this one here. We when we were hanging out with the guys at Michter's, they told us that that one of the things that they look for is a good mouthfeel.
Oh yeah.
So I think and that mouthfeel hasn't really been something that's always been on my radar. So I just think yep, that drinks like a whiskey. It tastes like there's a whiskey going on in there, but after thinking about what they said and really, really kind of mulling it over, mouthfeel really, I think, does have a lot to do with whiskey and whiskey tasting if you're a whiskey enthusiast. So I think going forward, I'm going to start paying a little bit more attention to that too.
Yeah.
And I think that has something to do with the thickness and the viscosity, the viscousness, if that's a word.
So, real quick, back to what we were talking about before, I looked up the email, and Laura says that, FYI, the bottle you are reviewing was signed by Troy Bolotnick, our founder and CEO.
Very cool. Very cool.
So, yes, thank you once again, Laura, for doing that for us and bringing this bottle to us. So, it was on our list to get to and review, and we had to complete the set, so.
When we started this podcast, we kind of hoped, we kind of dreamed, that maybe a distillery would reach out to us and, be cool and like send us a sample, like the little Flavier sample bottles. They're like maybe this big, and they hold like what 1.75 ounces or something, 1.7. Absolutely fine, because we can split that. We can get a good idea as to what's going on.
Yep.
But these folks. They came out strong and just sent us the entire bottle. Yeah. So just thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate it. And now, unfortunately, that won't reflect your kindness. Won't reflect the score that we're about to give you.
I guess I got to do some numbers.
Yeah, we got to get our scores going on here. Bottle presentation.
Dude, it's solid.
I don't remember what we gave the other ones, honestly, but first impressions, I'd give this one. I'd go. According to the old scoring system, I'd bet that I locked this one into 4.5.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
The attention to detail that they put into this bottle and their marketing and their designs is through the roof. I mean, they got all the different characters in the movie here, and they've all got like a little bit of a backstory going on.
Yeah, I think that is so cool.
And it's that way with every release they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gave it a 4.5. Yeah, you go out to their website, and everything on the website they talk about. You can find the storyboard, you can find the script, and they talk about every expression starts with. Character development and coming up with a storyline and then letting that drive a storyboard. They have movie posters and they have bios for the main characters and all the write-ups on them and little teaser movie trailers on there. And so just really just a really interesting approach to whiskey. And honestly, as much as I love the labels and everything about this, when I first saw them show up on the shelves, I went, that's cool. I'm not sure it's for me. Because I was just like, is this a gimmick? Is this, what? There's a lot of great quality looking bottles out there that don't have great quality whiskey inside them. But back in 2024, the first barrel pick of the year for the Kansas City Whiskey Guild, they picked the Moonlight Mayhem extended cut. And so because of the Whiskey Guild, we picked that up and we freaking loved it. It was beyond a solid pour. It was a great pour. And from there, it's like, okay, we've got to get a bottle of the Rise of the Robots. And then I stumbled upon the Town at the End of Tomorrow, the 9-year Kentucky straight bourbon. So I think that's also worth mentioning too. So Filmland, I think their corporate offices are located out in California. Their production, though, is actually at the Kentucky Artisan Distillery right outside of Louisville, a little bit northeast of downtown Louisville, about an hour, 45 minutes, something like that, outside there. But they distill, they have their own setup and their own production facility there at the Kentucky Artisan Distillery, CAD, K-A-D. Is known for, and we were just out there, and we were invited to stop by and meet the team and all that. And unfortunately,
I wish we could have.
We already had the entire week kind of planned out, probably over planned.
It was
it was a full week.
It definitely was. Definitely was.
We brought the laptops and we brought the mics, and we're gonna film some episodes. And yeah, we never even opened the laptop or anything.
We didn't.
But we did so much. So stay tuned, because we're going to have a whirlwind of episodes and bonuses and all the things are going to come from that trip. So
Yep. And just because we didn't make it down that time doesn't mean we won't make it down next time.
Absolutely.
We're coming for you, Filmland.
Yep.
We're coming for you. Excuse me.
So is the Quadraforce.
Yeah, so it's coming in strong. It's coming in strong. Like it says back here on the back of the bottle, a Blockbuster in every bottle. I agree with that.
Is there anything that I didn't read or get to on the back of the label?
Well, it says here, a blend of straight bourbons. 4 states meld in a mash that is anything but mild-mannered. Golden California hues shine sweet wheats to rye-powered Kentucky and a Tennessee corn country star.
All right.
Enhanced by mysterious notes from parts unknown, this super blend is powerful enough for humans and heroes alike.
Maybe that's where Mysteron comes into play.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he's the Sensei of Surprise.
What's her name? My sister.
Tennessee Tara.
Of course. That's the bottle that Faith and Tim picked up. Tennessee Tara.
Tamara Solemn, PhD. When a blistering surge of atomic energy zapped this seismologist,
Pow!
the Nashville native gained the power to control gravity and the limestone-rich soil beneath her feet. Ooh. How do you get zapped by atomic energy if you're a seismologist? You're just like checking out the vibrations from the moving tectonic plates, and you're like, that's all right. Who knows where magic powers come from?
Hey.
Well, except for here, they're written down. What'd you give it on the nose?
I was gonna say, speaking of magic powers, what did you give it on the nose?
on the nose, dude, I was very happy with this. Almost from the first second, I gave it a little sniff, and I gave it a 4 1/4.
Girl?
For real?
Same.
All right, I thought you were gonna be like, girl? Hell no. I gave it a different score. Psh, no. That's cool. So we lined up on that one. Yeah, I mean, we had pear, rice spice, caramel, orange zest / marmalade, malt, honey, vanilla custard, vanilla ice cream, light on oak and charcoal.
The second pour had a much stronger custard vanilla to it.
How about the palate?
I came down just a little bit, but it was a solid 4.
You know, I thought about coming down a little bit, but when I looked it over, we still had caramel, light cinnamon, like a hint of cinnamon, nutmeg. You picked up on nutmeg more. Vanilla, the orange marmalade carried through, and the oak and char was more pronounced. So I kept it locked in at 4 1/4.
All right.
With the finish, right off the bat, we picked up malted rye, barley. I thought maybe there was some cardamom. You couldn't quite narrow it down, so you just the note said something about toasted almond.
Yeah.
You're like, well, it tasted nutty, but I couldn't figure out which one.
Yep.
So I wrote down your nutty part of it there.
Nutty.
And it finishes with a nice warm Kentucky hug. So it's everything that I wanted it to be.
A very classic Kentucky
and I really did enjoy it. So mine got bumped up to 4 1/2 on the finish.
I came back up to 4 1/4.
I think that's fair. I really do. How about bottle presentation? We talked about it a little bit.
I locked it in at 4 1/2.
4 1/2? Yep. So did I. I mean, they put so much energy time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into the presentation of the bottle that you would think maybe, like you said, your first impression just seeing it on the shelf, is this some kind of gimmick? But no, I think it's just after having tastings of 3 or 4 of these bottles now, it's just it's a passion for them. Like, it has to
Absolutely.
be the whole experience.
Some film nerds.
It's not just tasting of a product. It's the whole experience.
Yeah.
You have to experience the whole thing. You have to do the deep dive.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you can go out and you can get all 4 different labels of the same bottle.
That would be kind of cool.
It would be. It really would.
And honestly,
to have them all lined up here for in front of the camera for everybody to see.
Honestly, it's good enough that I'd consider that.
Yeah, and even if you don't drink all of them, they'd make a hell of a gift.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't imagine any of my bourbon
so when this first
friends or family enthusiasts.
When this first came out as a pre-order, and I think that's still available, you can buy a 4.
You can get all 4.
You can get all 4 as a complete set.
That'd be pretty cool. So real quick, if you haven't heard us drone on and on and on about this before, I'll try to make it short and sweet this time. We have 4 categories. We got nose, palate, finish, bottle presentation. Add all 4 of those up out of a possible 0 to 5 on each section. Divide that by 2, and that's how we end up with our 1 to 10 rating. So that said, all mine added up divided by 2 was 8 3/4.
Very nice. Mine ended up being 8.5.
We are not far off from each other. A quarter point away. What is that? Half a bip? Or is that a full bip?
That's a half bip.
That's a half bip. If we're wrong, Mr. Filmageddon, Jeebus Crisis, please, light us up in the comments.
Speaking of, he's going to be in the house pretty soon.
Is he?
Yep, he's coming back over, and spoiler alert, we're getting into some more Angel's Envy.
Perfect. I love Angel's Envy. And what cool grounds did they have at their distillery?
That's a great distillery.
That was
I do, one of these times.
That was an experience.
I've been by there 3 times now. I want to actually do their tour one of these times.
Yeah, a tour.
Because I bet the tour is just fantastic.
Maybe their bottle your own thing would be cool. We saw it behind the glass doors and thought that'd be pretty damn amazing. I would have video of it, but for some reason I fat thumbed a couple buttons and just took a couple pictures of it. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. Anyway, do you have any final thoughts on this here bottle of Filmland Spirits Quadraforce 94 proof mega super blend of deliciousness?
I liked it.
You liked it? I liked it too.
No, it's solid. Absolutely solid pour. And to me, this one actually screams why wheat is a great addition to a bourbon.
Yeah.
Whether it be a 4-grain in this case, or a wheated bourbon where the rye typically is replaced with wheat. Wheat sings all day long in this.
It does.
And I feel that this one, that greatly contributes to what makes this one.
Wheat has a way of softening a whiskey of whatever kind. It softens it and it kind of sweetens it and really does make it a little magical, I think. I don't know if that's where the buttered cornbread comes in, but if it is, put wheat in my whiskey all the time. Yum, 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 yum. Butter. I like butter. I like honey on my cornbread.
Oh, yeah.
I loves me some cornbread. So I wrote down here, anyone looking for an interesting blended bourbon whiskey should seek out this bottle. A blockbuster in every bottle. This one packs a punch and holds you to the truth of master blender artistry.
I said it. I like it.
He likes it. I like it. And chances are you will like it too. So if you see this on the shelf, take our word for it, grab it and try it. Let us know what you think. If you don't like it, I'm sure you got a fellow bourbon enthusiast, whiskey enthusiast friend that would love to take it off your hands. I mean,
and we haven't talked about it yet, but the 94 proof on this, I feel like is plenty to make this a great addition to a cocktail.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said it.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't like it, it may work just fine in a cocktail. Try it in an old fashioned and see what floats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the ice.
Is the ice gonna float? Oof. Oof. All right. I've seen some nasty old fashions. I've had more than my fair share. It's just, what the hell are these people thinking? Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Savor the Burn podcast. Thank you, Filmland Spirits, for stepping up and coming through and being super cool and following us on the socials. If you're looking to find us and follow us on socials, it'll be super easy. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and we're just posting stuff all the time. So check it out. Find us. We're even on Patreon. Go find us on Patreon. Yeah. You can follow for free.
Follow for free.
Yeah.
If you like what you see, drop us a couple bucks.
If you like what you see, follow for free. Boom. I'm a poet and didn't know it.
Did you know we have newsletters out on our Patreon?
We do, but you have to be a paying member to get them.
Yep.
So far, so good. I like them.
I like them.
All right. All right. So, no matter who you are and where you are and what you're drinking and who you're drinking it with, never forget, keep on burning.